I'm Allison Van Hooser, and I'm on a sold-out mission to develop highly successful leaders at all levels. In the 15 years I've been working throughout the food, financial, retail industries, and politics, I have become deeply aware of the powerful effects of leadership. In each episode, you will get strategies and actions you can use immediately in order to change you, your team, and your business. The question is, will you choose to own it? Will you put your stake in the ground and decide to do something with what you've learned today? This is Stake, the Leadership Podcast. I believe that everything rises and falls with leadership. Now, especially because of recent events. If you want yourself and your team to come out of this in a positive way, you have to see clearly. And by see clearly, I mean S.E.E., an acronym, clearly. If you're wondering how to do that, keep listening. I thought it would be helpful to give you some pre-release access to one of the chapters of my book in order to help you successfully navigate the multiple issues facing our country, your people, right now. I teach often on the characteristics of the 5 different generations in the workforce and multiple informative motivational theories. But if you've ever been in one of my keynote presentations or leadership training sessions, then you've heard me express the critically important aspect of the personal stories that have shaped your people into who they are today. Now, I'm going to read you just a small excerpt from my book, Level Up, Elevate Your Game, and Crush Your Goals. The book releases June 16th. There is a free giveaway right now, a free Kindle giveaway. If you would like to enter that, go check out my Instagram page at Allison Van Hooser, and there's a link in my bio, and you can click that to go enter the giveaway on Goodreads. Other than that, it's available for pre-order on Amazon, and like I said, releases on June 16th. But without further ado, let's talk about this a little bit. As you dig into the psyche of people, you will find outliers who don't conform to the generational and motivational information that many of you have heard me talk about before. The outliers don't make this information obsolete at all because most of the time, the basic principles still apply. However, you have to be able to recognize the outliers. If you do not, you might not be able to truly connect with your people. Outliers will not fit the statistical norm. Why is that? It's because something in their life has happened that has shaped them into who they have become, which is different than the majority. Sociologist Morris Massey coined the term significant emotional events. I mentioned see clearly earlier, S.E.E., significant emotional events. A significant emotional event is one that causes a person to question and even change their values. To create a more influential connection with your people, you need to know the stories of the significant emotional events in your people's lives, good and bad. There's information held within those stories that you will never be able to gather from science or statistics. To truly know the people around you and understand what it is that motivates them, what makes them tick, then you as a leader have to build relationships with them. When you build relationships established on trust, then the people around you will start opening up to you and allowing you into their lives by sharing their very real, sometimes good, sometimes tough stories of what they've been through and the things that have ultimately shaped them into who they are and help you understand why they do what they do as a person, as an employee, as a friend, as a coworker, as a leader. Here's what I want you to know. With so much nationwide turmoil potentially affecting your team, both personally and professionally, it's likely that one or more of your people are experiencing heartache and despair and stress, and the list goes on and on. It's incredibly important that you as a leader appropriately appropriately, show love to your employees in the way of tender communication. And that's TENDER, not Tinder, the app. Tender communication. And it's important that you find ways that would help lighten their load and heal their hearts. A great place to start is simply asking and listening to their stories. When you as a leader, when you ask and when you listen, it's showing them that you care. And it also helps you know exactly how to take action going forward, how to motivate them, how to best lead them. And that's just two of the many benefits of a leader who can see clearly. It's my hope that you will put the things in place that we've talked about today, that you'll spend time one-on-one with your employees, building those relationships, seeking to hear their stories, empathize with them, and figure out ways to lead them to a better place, personally and professionally. Because at the end of the day, that's the greatest honor and responsibility as a leader. You get to lead people to a better place. Thank you so much for tuning in today. For the links to everything mentioned in this episode, check out the show notes. And if you'd like more practical, tactical leadership development content, go to www.vanhooser.com for my weekly blog and all the links to my social media channels. If it makes sense to start improving the leadership skills of your managers and supervisors, let's talk about training options for your team. Email me at allison@vanhooser.com.